On days like today, I am just energized to talk about something really important in our field, and that is professional boundaries. Professional boundaries. What is professional boundary? In a layman's language, professional boundaries is respecting the laws that guide a professional setting. So remember, because our work cuts across it cuts across, it's skin deep in that we are supporting people, we are meeting them in their most vulnerable space, and sometimes your service user might open up to you about things. That is where professional boundary comes into place. Professional boundary is just a way of protecting yourself and drawing the line, knowing the line to cross and not to cross. Professional boundary is not really drawn by you staff, it's drawn by your organization. It is drawn with the equipment that draws that line are your policies. They are the guidelines, they are your care plan, they are the risk assessments, they are the documents that are put in place to protect you, to protect your service user, to keep you in check and keep the company in check. Now, sometimes you get very close or involved with your service user. They like you, they want only you on shift, and you then start crossing professional boundaries. So I'm going to give you an example of professional boundaries, like making promises that you won't keep. That's not person-centered support. Making promises that you won't keep, borrowing money from your service user, collecting gifts, so many gifts that is beyond now. You cannot account for the reason why the gift is given. Why are you collecting gifts? Are they your family members? Making decisions outside company policies, taking steps because you feel you pity them. That is where sympathy and empathy are different. Empathy is what we need for our job. Sympathy, you can have that for your family members. And so when you act based on sympathy or impulse, when you do not receive authorization from your line manager or follow the guideline of the company, you will be crossing professional boundaries most times. And when you do that, when you get in trouble, this service user is not going to save you. So healthcare professionals, please don't cross professional boundaries. If you know that you're not allowed to hug your service user, don't hug your service user. If you're not allowed, don't exchange money. Don't say, okay, let me use my card to pay for you. No. In fact, I see some people say, well, it's 60p. I just want to buy it for them. Tomorrow, they'll ask you to buy more for them. What if their condition does not allow them to understand that this is just a one-off? Also the way we relate, the way we speak, that's professional boundary as well. There are some jokes you shouldn't share with your service user. You shouldn't divulge information about your personal life. There was a day I was talking to a service user, and the service user was saying, well, this is why your relationship don't work. I'm like, did I discuss my relationship with you? What has that got to do with this conversation? And that line that I dropped there put my service user in her place. They understand that this conversation we can't have this conversation. Because I want to be able to close from work and go home and sleep at night. And I must follow the company policy. So guys, this is just advice for every one of us. Do not cross professional. They told you something deep about themselves. Don't tell them your own. Keep it to yourself. You gotta keep it at home. When you get to work, then you can put it back on. I hope this has been very helpful. Thank you so much for coming to this channel, and see you in the next one. Tell your friend to subscribe. Bye.